Yeah, yes.
Vanni, what did you like and what did you not like from today's game?
Yeah, I liked how we played. I think we played very well. I think we were the best team on the field. We created all the chances. We were in control. I think the only moment where we were in control was the first 15 minutes of the second half. They played a little bit more than us, but if not, we did what we were supposed to do. The only two big chances that they had is shot from distance, and it's impossible to keep everyone at 0 shots. Our chances have been in the box, 2v1 against the goalkeeper, to play on the line, and but unfortunately we didn't score, and if you didn't score, you don't win. Yeah, I think it's a game that we can be a little bit frustrated, but on the same times we have to be also honest by the fact that maybe in the past with those goals at last minute, the game was maybe more a tie than a win for us. Today maybe it was more a win than a tie, and it went like this. I'm proud and I'm happy on how the team performed, because a game like this, when you don't score, it's easy to lose it. And I know that it seems very small, doing a point, but if we win next Saturday, it's a 4-point win because of this point. So it's okay. I think there's more positive than negative for sure.
And Andres Kubas was up against some pretty stellar attackers in New England's lineup tonight. What do you like from Andres Kubas today?
Well, he did very well. He was very tired at some point, and I also thought about what do we do? We changed him or not? But it was very solid. That's the reason why we put Rusty at some point next to him to help him even on the defensive side, being wide and attacking wide. I think he did very well. So, but again, it's hard for me to think about someone who didn't do well today, because they are a very good team. They have the MVP of last year. They have a very good goalkeeper. I don't know. I don't think he's a downgrade on Turner. I think he's very good, and they're hard to beat, to be honest.
You made the remark. You talked a little bit about, like, this is the type of game that you could have lost. So this maybe shows the maturity of your team, that maybe last year you might have lost.
Even not even last year, 2 months ago probably. I think we've been so solid that even when the game became a little hectic at the end, they didn't have any big chances. Again, the big chances that they had, it was a shot from distance, because they have Boo and Gil that if they never shoot a goal in the entire game, it means that maybe they're sick. So it's I think it's a step. Again, we need to be happy. It's a very good performance, and and when we keep making points, it's always positive.
But as you said, there might have been a time where you might have given up a late goal or had
I
some
know.
confusion, and you didn't.
I know, yeah, of course. We're happy. Again, I say that they're more positive than negatives, but they're negatives too. The negatives are, again, we had, 5 clear chances that we could have scored, and we didn't score one of them. So if we want to go to the playoff, we need to win these games when we are better than the other team. And again, probably it's the first game that happened that we missed a lot of chances. So hopefully it's not going to become a trend. And I'm happy that Brian and Cava, they were in the right position at the right time, and they scored all the goals this season. So I hope that we'll start scoring goals again next week.
And with Andres Kubas performing consistently well, he's getting a lot of fouls called on him as well when he goes into these challenges. Is there a way that you can sort of help him settle into MLS officiating?
It's hard. He's a player that is very aggressive, and we want him to be overly aggressive sometimes. And we need to live with the fact that it's going to make some fouls. I agree with you that maybe some calls were 50-50, and there could have been on one on the other side. But on the other side, I would ask you to come sometimes and ref one of the small-sided games that we have in practice. It's not easy to be a ref, so it's hopefully he's not gonna have a stigma. I hope that because he's an aggressive player, but I think that again he's doing a very good job for us.
There's some good movement of the ball, especially moving progressively and forward, but that final pass, even a lot of times seemed to be either just a few yards too far, a few yards behind.
Yeah.
How do we kind of make sure that our players are exactly on the end of those, especially when it's in close into the box?
I think there's two ways that we have to analyze that. The first way, I think that in the first half, the movement on the box were off. I spoke with Cava. I said he was drifting too far away from the goal, and the box was empty most of the time, and it was hard to find the final touch, the final progression to put us in front of them. That's also one of the reasons why I put Brian on the second half to play two strikers, so at least one of the two was always in the good position. And actually it worked a lot, but I'm happy of the second half performance. I think also today wasn't our day, and if it has to be that it's not our day, it's better today that we get a point that last Wednesday that we could have been penalty shot and not going to the final. So again, I'm happy because we've been the better team against a very good team. We could have scored a little frustrated, but we just need to practice more, basically.
You talked about individual performances and how there was quite a few to choose from today. Marcus Godinho had a pretty good game. You even got to play goalkeeper a little bit for a while. What do you make of his
He did a fantastic,
performance?
I don't know how to call it, save or deflection, whatever. He's doing very well. He's a very generous player that plays in a very demanding position. So that's the reason why him and Ryan, I would say both, they were doing well. But it's hard to play 90 minutes and be there. The other thing was also we wanted to be more aggressive and put Tahoe on the wide side. But our wingback are doing a really good job, and we know that I think they are the happiest that we play once a week for a few for a few weeks.
You mentioned this week that you didn't want to obsess over the playoff line, but after a performance like this where you have these chances, it's got to be a little more frustrating. It's got to be a little more magnified.
Yeah, it's true. Again, you can look at this game like we lost 2 points. I look at this game that if we beat Los Angeles, we make 4 points with them. So that's for me the big thing, in the sense that we deserve to win. I said it like 5 times now, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe against Toronto we didn't deserve to win. It was a tie, the better result, and then we win today. So, and maybe today was the other way around. The good thing is that it's not that they are an Eastern Conference opponent, so it's not that not beating them give points to them against us. So it's a point that we take in order to again do a very tough job next week, because we have the #1 team in the league. But I think that there's not too many teams better than us at the moment.
Speaking of that team, you told all the Italians in Vancouver not to come out for Insigne for the Canadian Championship. LAFC is coming to town. They've got some new faces on there. What's your take on that roster and what they might be doing there?
Well, it's gonna be exciting. Yeah, they're not gonna play with us. I think the first game that they can play is against the Galaxy. It's exciting for the league when top player like Chiellini and Bale coming here. I think it's always a good thing, and so I hope to play against Chiellini and Bale in the playoff. Let's say like this. Thank you.
Just one more from me. It took a little bit of work to get here in terms of getting your wing back to play in the way that you have wanted to.
Yeah.
Over the past couple of months, it seems like things are starting to click a bit more. What have you liked, and what still needs to be what do you need coming from your wide man?
More quality in the cross. I think it's the only thing at the moment. The rest is I'm happy. We need just to keep consistent on the way we press, the way we build up, the way we get away on certain situations, the way that we defend 1v1. I think the only thing is that the quality of the cross that sometimes can be a little better. We work a lot on that, and hopefully we'll gather the fruit of that soon. Yeah.
Do you prefer those crosses coming in earlier or deeper from the?
No, it's both. Sometimes it's an early cross, and sometimes it's a deeper cross. So the thing is that when you play an early cross, the cross needs to go behind the line in order to attack the space. And when we take the lower cross, like the deeper cross, it's either you play a good ball in the first post or in the middle of the goal, or you play a cutback. I think we don't play enough cutbacks at the moment.